Annyeonghaseyo everybody, hey, it's Sarah. So I know that it's been a really long time since I've made a video, but basically right after I made the last video I got strep and tonsillitis basically at the same time, and I just wasn't able to really make videos, not to mention with the holiday and everything, it was just ridiculous. So I'm back. I'm hopefully going to be making more videos more frequently again for you guys, but I really do appreciate you guys being really patient with me. So sumimasen, miyane, I'm very sorry about my lack of video uploading, but I will hopefully be doing better within the new year. So to get right into the video, I decided to make a video about 7 things that annoy me because I've had a very aggravating day today actually, and I wanted to make a video to kind of let off some steam and to kind of share with you guys 7 things that annoy me. So let's begin. The number 7 thing that bothers me is makeup stores that don't carry brown. And I'm sure a lot of girls can understand my plight, but I just can't with these makeup stores, you know? And it really drives me crazy because it's like, of the 80 different makeup brands, there will be, you know, maybe 6 or 7 that carry, you know, a good range of browns, but they won't carry it in store. Or, you know, they'll only have a couple of the colors, and then those 2 colors will be light brown and slightly less light brown, and you're just like, but then they'll have 87 different versions of beige next to the brown, and you're just like, great, cool, that's awesome. Absolutely hate it. One of the worst things ever. And then it seems like for me, every time I find the right color, finally the right shade of brown, you know, the ideal color for me, they'll discontinue it 5-6 months later, and I'm just like, well, okay, and then I have to go in, start the process all over again, and it can be quite discouraging, especially if you really do like wearing makeup. You're just kind of like, well, alrighty then, here we go, back into the fray. So I really, no. The number 6 thing that bothers me is Burger King. Now, you might be like, what? That's a weird thing to dislike. But no, I find that when you go to Burger King, there is one problem and one problem alone. The mustard. I don't know if it's different in different places, but every Burger King that I have always been to has always been a little too zealous with the mustard, you know? And it's like, and it's not that I like don't say please hold the mustard, I do, but it's like I'm speaking Latin, and when I say hold the mustard, that really means give me 3 times the mustard. And their mustard is like a particular brand of mustard that literally feels like acid going down your throat. It is the most burning, like alcohol-y, tangy, sour, just terrible mustard. And it doesn't matter what you order, you know? I could order a burger, a sandwich, soup, pickles, just a taco, a breakfast sandwich, baked potato. It doesn't matter what you order. They will put mustard on it, and lots of mustard on it. And I don't know if it's in the rules, like, okay, you need to maximize the mustard potential, but I don't like it, Burger King, and you won't get my business until you stop it. Number 5. The number 5 thing that I do not like are big effing bugs. Now, I don't like bugs in general, okay, but I don't mind smaller ones, I guess. You know, you see a ladybug, oh, that's so cute, you know, you hear a grasshopper, you're like, oh, that's so sweet. But when you see these Jurassic Park sized, you know, armor plated, like just dinosaur like insects, you want to go and just ball up and cry. And especially here in Washington, it seems like every bug you encounter is the largest, the most terrifying creature from the darkest corner of hell. But for real, like, I have had so many experiences. There was one time we had a spider that crawled out from like underneath our garbage can or something. We had just moved, and it crawled out. It must have had been there since the like before the dawn of ages because it was the size of my face and it zipped out from under there and I screamed. My dog literally ran away, okay? That's to tell you how big it was. It was the same size almost as my dog. Like, I'm just... My boyfriend used half a can of Raid and it was still crawling around. Like, no. Like, please go. Just go. Just, please leave. Number 4, thirsty people. Now, I actually should kind of fix this to actually be people that are thirsty for friendship. Because I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real. I am not the most, okay. I don't want to sound like I'm not friendly. I am friendly. I just don't want to be your friend. I'm talking about that girl. A girl you've met 3 times. You talked to her twice. And she suddenly thinks you guys are BFF. And her first words out of her mouth are like, bitch. You don't know me like that. I'm talking about that girl. That girl right there. And... you know, I don't like people like that. You know, if I'm your friend, you can tell we're friends. But, you know, I'll want to make plans with you. I'll actively be like, we should hang out. Like, don't. If we don't ever mention things besides the weather and people we work with, I probably don't want to be your friend. No, I don't. Number 3. The number 3 that I hate with a passion would definitely have to be people who buy tickets with no intention of using them. I literally loathe people who do this because it genuinely is, it's really rude to people who actually want to go to events and, you know, or see a concert or wherever it's for. And it's like, I understand that you playing WoW in your mom's basement doesn't make you money. However, I don't really appreciate when you buy 15 tickets with the intention of only using one. For example, when my boyfriend and I, we wanted to go to a gaming convention up here in Seattle that's called PAX, and I logged on 2 minutes after tickets went on sale. I immediately went into the queue to buy my tickets. I'm sitting there, I'm waiting, 10 minutes go by, it's finally my turn, okay? Literally 10 minutes after they went on sale. Every day was sold out except for the one day that we couldn't go, right? All the other days were sold out. We were like, ugh, okay. So then I was like, you know what? I bet you, if I go on Craigslist right now, I will find people that are already selling tickets. Sure enough, people were on, the tickets were sold, I believe, it was a while ago, but I believe it was between like $45 and $50, I think, per day, and it was for 3 days, so per day that the tickets were on sale. My boyfriend and I ended up spending $100 a ticket for 1 day. That's double the cost, okay? Double the cost to go that it would have been just to buy it. And it's like, you know, these people don't plan on going. It's one thing if you sell your ticket, you know, a week or 2 or whatever, or a couple days even, when you realize you can't go for whatever reason, but it's quite a different when it's like 10 minutes later, because clearly I know you bought this with the intention of swindling me out of extra money and I don't appreciate it. The number 2 thing that I really don't like is when you go to a nice restaurant, you've spent a ton of money, okay, a ton of money, alright, and you end up with something like this. What? Why is that $500? Like, you just don't, I don't know. Maybe I'm not classy enough. Maybe I'm just too, like, plain. But when I go to a restaurant and I'm spending $30 a plate, I want some food on that plate, okay? I want some food on it, alright? I don't want this chicken nugget sprinkled with powdered sugar that you're telling me is jasmine snow. I understand when it's high quality, you don't necessarily have to get a ton. I'm not asking for buffet. I'm asking for, if I'm spending over $100 a person on a meal, okay? And I leave there wanting just to go to In-N-Out. Something is wrong, okay? Something is very, 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 very wrong with what you're selling. And the number one thing that I do not like, and this is actually more of a serious one, is I would probably say hater A girls. And what I mean by that is, I know that a lot of girls out here talk about other girls. I've talked about people before. I'm not going to act like I haven't. But one thing that I always try and avoid doing, and I actually make an effort to not do, is to talk about other people, especially from a physical standpoint, you know, like, you know, making fun of somebody's hair, or making fun of somebody's eyes, or teeth, or body, or whatever, because, you know, those are things that, you know, maybe they necessarily can't control. You don't know maybe if they've got some kind of medical condition. You don't know if that's just something that they were born with and can't be fixed. You know, you don't know any of this, and for you to judge someone based off of a physical, you know, attribute, which is, you know, nothing really in terms of who they are, it's really, like, probably one of the worst things that you can do for me, personally. And so, I literally hate people and girls. And especially, it seems like girls are the worst at it, just because, you know, women are catty. I hate to say it, I'm a woman. I mean, a lot of girls are very, very catty. And a prime example of what I'm talking about would be, I went to a rave a couple months ago, and we were in line, okay? And it was like a Halloween type thing, and we were in line. Everybody was dressed up, everybody looked nice, and what made it even worse is because, like, rave culture, it's all supposed to be about plur. Everybody's supposed to, you know, it's supposed to be like a very open and accepting and really, you know, inclusive group of people, and everybody is supposed to be, you know, love everybody else, and, you know, it's all supposed to be about love, no hate, right? Girl comes, right? She's walking, right? There was this girl behind me. She was loud the entire time we were in line, and we were in line for a very long time, okay? And she just kept talking. She was one of those girls you could tell that, like, thirsts for attention, which is fine, but you're annoying. And she was, like, you know, being loud and obnoxious, but, you know, not my problem. I don't really care. This girl walks by, cute girl, she was heavier set, yes, and she was with her boyfriend, and yes, she was dressed like everybody else was, though. So she had like a little tutu and some little shorts on, and she was wearing like a bra top, and yes, she was a heavier girl, but I mean, her man seemed to be into it, so go ahead, okay? And this girl stops and is like, oh my god, can you believe that? And then her friend, she was with two friends, right? She wasn't even with a man, which is probably why she was hating. And she's like standing there and she's like, oh my god, can you believe that? Like, what? And her friend was just like, hey, like, maybe you should chill out. And she's like, no. Like, are you kidding me? Her boyfriend is so hot. Like, why is he dating her? Like, why is she wearing that? She looks disgusting. Lala, she just, like, goes off on this girl who's just walking by, minding her own business, living her life. Okay? She was living life. And it just, like, really upset me because I'm just like, are you kidding me right now? Like, girl, okay? Girl. Really? And her friend, she was with, again, her friends, and her friend was like, hey, like, chill out, like, chill out. And she's like, no, I just can't even, whatever. I guess some guys just like pigs. I'm not kidding. That's literally what she said. And I was like a few seconds around, like, from turning around and being like, are you kidding? Like, why are you, maybe he wants to be with her because she's not such an ugly person on the inside. Like you. But it's like, things like that. It's just like, this girl was minding her own business. She came here to have fun with her boyfriend and her friends. And for you, this hateful person who's obviously insecure about her own self, mad because you don't have a man, I mean, and you're, you know, so much better than this girl, so how does that girl have a boyfriend that I don't? Like, it's just like, girl, find some love in yourself, okay, and get it together, because otherwise you're going to be alone forever. So those are just some of the things that annoy me. If you want to let me know what annoys you, which I would love to know, either leave a comment or make a video and tag me in it, you know, whatever you hip and happening kids say these days. But if you want to tag me in your video, do so. I have a Twitter now. I don't know if anyone knows or cares, but my Twitter is Sarah G with 2 E's and 2 5's at the end, so Sarah G 55, and I will have a link to it down below if you want to follow me on Twitter. I don't use it too much, but if you want to tag me and let me know about your video or whatever, do so and follow me and I will follow you back. So, as usual, kamsahamnida, arigatou gozaimasu. Thank you for watching, guys. I have many more videos planned for you guys. I promise. Some lens reviews, a giveaway, I've got a book update, and all kinds of goodies for you guys that are coming up. So, please stay tuned. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for holding on during my slow and infrequent uploads. As always, I'm trying to get better at it. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Bye!